What is going on there, gamers and gamettes and everyone in between? It's your boy, Kaiserenth, and today we have something a little bit special. That's right, because this ain't no ordinary podcast. This is your favorite gamer's favorite podcast. How do I know that? Not because me and my beautiful face is sitting here, but because we have the prestigious, the godlike, the phenomenal Subtle Fraudulence in the building. Man, take a bow. Let them know. Stretch your stuff. Walk it out. Talk it to them. Bask in his glory right now, dude. Hey, man, how you been, bro? You been good?
Oh, I've been all right. Just on the daily grind, work, more work, writing a bunch of shit for some stuff. I have no idea when I'll finish recording.
Oh, you in the booth? Hold up, wait a minute, hold on. This is a breaking development. He's in the booth. Talk about. Oh, okay.
No, I'm about to drop the lyrics.
I was about to say, do you need to be nominated for Content Creator of the Year, ladies and gentlemen? Hold up.
I mean, hold up, yeah. Yo, nominate me right now. Like, give me the boost that I need to fight this imposter syndrome, ladies and gentlemen.
But one thing I like, the irony of our podcast name is called Clout.WAV, but like if we ever like got clout, I feel like we'd have to change the name, but we'll worry about that bridge if and when we come to it. But it's just food for thought, chat. Just food for thought. Also, the people who will be seeing this on YouTube, we didn't forget about you. It's food for thought YouTube comment section. I understand some of y'all may not feel fully appreciated, but you're not here during the live show. And if you want to participate, you know where to go. Description. You won't miss the next one as long as you hit that follow button here on twitch.tv/Kaiserenth. Also, follow the boy, the young lion at... Come on, give him your Twitch. Do it.
Oh, twitch.tv/subtle fraudulence.
There you go. I just wanted to make sure that, even he can stoop to the levels of self-promotion just like I. Trust me.
Well, I mean, also follow me at Twitch or at twitter.com/subtlefraud.
Oh, the student has become the master. The double plug. All right, keep it rocking.
I put out some pretty nice tweets sometimes. So you guys need to read these things because
But don't look at his like section. My man is in the thirst trap genjutsu right now.
My like section is the best. What are you talking about?
Yeah, if you like thirst trap, if you thirst trap hustler, you best believe. My man got a whole man. He got that Nardy farmer. He follows straight freaks. Shout out to Flint Flossie, bro. What y'all know about Turquoise G, bro?
Right now, look. What else was Twitter invented for besides expressing those things? Like, come on, man. Like, who want to get on Twitter and see attractive people trying to get you to join their OnlyFans?
Chat, this man is he's too horny. They put him in horny jail right now. Lock him up.
Who were like, that's right. Lock him up. Lock her up. Lock it all up.
Yo, suspend this man's account right now. But anyways, we have quite a few topics to discuss today, and not all of them gaming related. But the first one is because maybe this was like going under the radar behind the scenes, or maybe I live under a rock. And if I live under a rock, I apologize very profusely. I'm very sorry. But due to this whole thing called Captain COVID knocking at my door, shutting down jobs and shutting down big business as a whole, we have seen a huge boom in live streaming. People are stuck at home. People need things to watch. And trust me, watching CSI Miami and Law and Order SVU the entire time ain't really gonna get it done. And especially since everyone's binged watched everything on Netflix at this point that they care about, or they've gotten to some sort of kerfuffle online about movies such as Cuties and Mulan and things of that nature over the course of 2020. So Twitch.
Queen's Gambit hasn't been binged. What are you talking about? There are things on Netflix. Grey's Anatomy is on there. I myself am watching Grey's Anatomy right now to catch up to season 17, which is going on right now.
So are you watching that because you have a special someone who wants you to watch it?
Look.
So you're not watching the show on its own merits.
Yeah. No, man, I mentioned to this person that, it's been on my list. Tons of people are like, oh, man, this show is so amazing. And I'm like,
on his list.
I should watch it.
On his list.
I should watch it. And she told me to go ahead and watch it.
Hey, bro, this super scope detects the truth, and I don't see nothing right now, my guy.
talking about? It
I
was
don't-
on
I
my
don't-
list. I had already started watching some of it, but she gave me the push that was needed to binge it, and that show is about surgeons that work in a hospital, and for some reason have like lots and lots of dramatic problems, somewhat equivalent to that of like high school kids on a Netflix show.
So somebody said it was General Hospital with a budget, and I fell over laughing, bro.
Bro, for some reason, somehow, some way, these super busy surgeons always find time to bang at their job. Like, they're always having sex, and it doesn't make sense. Like, the on-call room is the sex room. It's supposed to be where people go to sleep when they need to rest in between shifts.
Now, the outpatient center is now the new school boom boom room. That's a fact, unfortunately. But
I literally saw an episode where there was like a tragic event that happened, and they were like, "Oh, we're out of beds, well, but we can't just divert these people to another hospital." So they just moved all the tables in the cafeteria and then just put beds in the cafeteria. And they're like, "Yeah, they're gonna be in here now."
So we not gonna eat no more? Nah, you can eat outside.
They said you can take that food to go, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, look, man. These are real lives are out here, man. We're talking about real people, okay? We're not talking about your garden variety, just outpatient center. This is a full-blown, big-budget, inner-city hospital. People need beds now. They needed them before, and we're here to facilitate that need and scratch that itch. But let's not get
rushed to a hospital. And they said they put you in the cafeteria in like a bed at the cafeteria. How would you feel?
Like it kind of depends. Like if it's something like COVID, and I understand drastic times call for drastic measures, I might be more open to the idea. But I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. If I'm like just like Johnny on the spot, like what I'm saying, I got like I'm feeling sick, I'm feeling uneasy, and they say right this way, and we walk past the waiting rooms, we walk past our rooms, and they say, "Oh, so when is the doctor gonna see me?" "Oh no, this is your room." All right, I might be on tilt. That'd be an arduous journey to recovery. I'll tell you that. But Grey's Anatomy aside, the Game Awards. I know this was a tough segue. We were talking about Twitch going up, all these other things people have been watching, but apparently the Game Awards somehow has not fallen off. Even though it's COVID season, we're still here. Somehow it's still here. Now, that being said, there are various things that you can vote for. Voting has opened now to the public. And one of the categories you could vote for is Best Esports Team. San Francisco Shock. Yes, the Overwatch. Yes, people still care about that pesky Overwatch, ladies and gentlemen. That's still a thing. You have G2
Overwatch
Esports.
2 coming out at some point in time.
I think they said Q1 2021, but we will see when that changes. I would bet money that's one of my 2021 predictions. It's going to get delayed. Even though it's just a story patch where you're just going to be adding NPCs, a couple of story missions, and a balance patch for the game that is pretty much going to be free to play for anyone that has Overwatch 1, because how it works is it's free to play for the multiplayer for Overwatch 2 for people who own Overwatch 1. But if you want the story and stuff, then you're going to have to pay your $39.99, $49.99, $59, whatever it's going to be. But the other teams we have here is Dallas Empire for Call of Duty, Damwon Gaming for League of Legends, G2 Esports for League of Legends, and Team Secret, which might be the best kept secret in esports because I've never heard of them until this very moment in time, but that's because I don't follow the Dota 2 scene. Your other categories are Best Esports Host. So you have Alex the Machine Richardson. You have Alex Golden Boy Mendez. You have Ifj, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce SJOKZ, Duputerer. That's what I'm going to go with there. And James Dash Patterson and Jorian Sheaver, not Shiva, Sheaver Vander Heijden, or Heijden. So if you are familiar with any of those, then hey, man, go ahead and support your host. You know what I'm saying? Doing hosting is actually a tough job. I've done it before. You got to be the face that runs the place. Like you have to be the one that facilitates all the good festive tidings that are happening at your event, making sure that everyone, not only in the venue, but the people who are going to be watching live from all over the world, especially during COVID times, are at ease. And you're kind of the glue that kind of holds everything together. You know, you make sure that your other co-hosts and, you know, panelists and things of that nature have enough time to get ready, get their thoughts together before you pass the rock to them. Be like, all right, now we're going to go to subtle fraudulence with insert thing here. And then he'll be like, well, thank you there, Kaiserith. I appreciate that. And then you would go into your spiel.
Damn right, Kaiserith. That was a great pass. Now I'll take it away from here, sir.
You know, like, you know, it's a tough job. And speaking of tough job, I think Rob TV was doing a damn good job during the Street Fighter. Was it Street Fighter League? Like, you seen what he did the interview with Punk? Or maybe you not have seen it.
Are you talking about Tasty Steve?
No. Rob TV had an interview where he was interviewing Punk after he made that comeback win for his team. Or you haven't seen that one?
I don't think I've seen that one.
All right. Well, I'll show that to you later. Uh-oh.
About like Punk crying that's going around? Cause
that.
That's a trending topic.
That's the very clip.
Okay. I didn't know that Rob TV interviewed him. I haven't seen this clip yet, so
yeah,
someone's gonna have to link that to me.
All right, I will. I'll take care of that when this is over. Best esports game, which is very interesting that that's its own category, and I still think it's funny that even with the Master Chief Collection coming to PC, it's still nowhere to be found. But as you all know, some people may say, but the Master Chief Collection's been out for several years. Trust me, we're going to get to why that apparently does not matter. We will get to that. But for Esports Game of the Year, we have Call of Duty Modern Warfare. What a surprise. Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
What year did that come out?
Fortnite.
What year did that come out?
League of Legends.
Bro, what year did this come out?
And Valorant. Hey, something new. Wow. Wowzers in my trousers.
Wait, isn't that not officially out yet?
I'm pretty sure it's out. I'm pretty sure it released. Because it had a beta, then it had a closed beta, then everyone complained about the kernel level security that Riot had put into the game. And then it went into open beta, and I'm pretty sure it's official release.
Okay, officially released June 2nd of 2020. Wow.
Yeah, like I said, it's been out for a while now.
I learned something today. Valorant is the only game in the list here that actually qualifies for Best Esports Game of 2020.
But they call it Best Esports Game, but I guess they mean current because, you know, current year because, you know, let's face it, there can only be but so... Yeah, but there can only be so many esports that are active in the current day ecosystem, so it makes sense. Although it is funny.
Let me read this. Let me read this description.
Okay, but before you do that, I need to make a statement. Okay. As you know, one of the best esports teams that you could vote for is the San Francisco Shock. And what game do they play? Overwatch. Overwatch is not on this list. It is not even nominated. Which, sorry, San Francisco Shock.
Did that game come out?
What? Overwatch 2016?
Shit.
I mean, it's newer than some of the stuff on here, so. But
Counter-Strike.
But we'll talk about that at a later date, I'm sure. Then they have Best Individual Esports Event, which is so weird.
So you're just not gonna let me read this description? Wow, man.
Oh, go for it. My bad.
For the game that has delivered the best overall esports experience to players, inclusive of tournaments, community support, and content updates, irrespective of genre or platform. Come on, man. Fortnite is gonna win this. Get this out of here.
Which is weird because they say like community and content updates, but if that's like for esports, like I guess that's the only way you could have. No, I'm not gonna.
Gotten updates?
I'm not gonna speak out of ignorance. I don't know too much about Counter-Strike in its current day, but I will say this: I know their community is doing an impeccable job of making sure that their events still run, even if they're doing like their online events or qualifiers and things of that nature. So, hey, more power to them. Then they have Best Esports Event, which I think is sad because it's like COVID kind of canceled a lot of these events. A lot of them got, cut in the throat, which is kind of interesting. But you have the Premier Spring Final, You have that's for CS:GO. You have the Call of Duty League Championships. You have IEM Katowice 2020 for CS:GO, which, yes, there are 2 CS:GO events in here. Then you have League of Legends World Championship 2020, and then Overwatch League Grand Finals 2020. Which is funny that CS:GO has 2 events of the year and is nominated in esports game. League of Legends doesn't have one. Oh, excuse me. League of Legends has one. Call of Duty has one. Fortnite doesn't have one. Overwatch has one, but Overwatch is nowhere to be found in best esports game.
But does Fortnite have like a huge esports event that's like a championship like this? Because
I know they had the one for the inaugural thing, in which like that one guy won like a buttload amount of money.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think like this one is here just based off community support, content updates, and things that are not necessarily gigantic esports scene. But I know they run plenty of tournaments like just in house, whether it be just community members being like, hey, I'm going to run a Fortnite tournament for yada yada yada. So I mean, their community still facilitates the scratches that itch for tournament play. So I guess you can count it. Then you have best esports coach, which I'm not even going to get into.
Wait. Hold on. For this category, Krusty here is he's here for Owl?
Overwatch League.
Oh, okay. Why not just put Overwatch?
No, it's weird. It's weird because for every other thing, they've specifically spelled out some of these games.
Right.
Like everyone knows LoL, everyone knows Call of Duty, but some people may not know OWL, but yeah, Overwatch League. Then you have best esports athlete, which means best, gamer. And then you have, your typical League of Legends, Call of Duty, CS:GO. Like that, it's literally just those 3 games that are represented right now.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have best debut game. So you have this means like best game that was like a debut game created by a new independent studio.
Oh, best indie debut game is what this should actually be. Like I see Carrion on here and I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, so you have I think it's either Rookie, I think. And then you have Raji and Ancient Epic. You have Mortal Shell.
Oh, Rookie.
And Phasmophobia. And I know Phasmophobia was getting a lot of play as of late. Which is interesting because, now a lot of people are like, falling in love with Among Us, even though the game's been out since like 2018. But, it's just had this late bloom because content creators have finally stumbled upon the gem, that little diamond in the rough. So even though it didn't come out this year, I'm surprised it's not up there for Indie Game of the Year. I mean, because apparently you don't have to come out in 2020 to be Game of the Year. But anyway, that's
what about Fall Guys? Like that's the surprising one here. Fall Guys would be in this category.
Then we have Content Creator of the Year, and we have Alana Pierce, we have Jay Ann Lopez, Nick Merckx, Tim the Tatman, and Valkyrae. So let your votes be heard there. We have Best Multiplayer Game. All right, so this is where we have Animal Crossing New Horizons, Among Us, Call of Duty Warzone, Fall Guys, and Valorant. So
Warzone is totally gonna. Oh, wait! Animal Crossing: New Horizons is listed as best multiplayer game.
Yep.
Does it?
I'm assuming. I'm genuinely assuming that's there because it's not going to be in the other categories, and it had to be nominated for something because it was a good game.
It is in another category.
Oh, okay.
Also,
well, I haven't gotten there yet.
I mean, the multiplayer aspect is not like it's not a competitive sort of thing, but there is a multiplayer aspect to it. Like you can visit people's islands and stuff, but
I think this is more we're not talking about a game with great multiplayer. We're talking about a great game that just so happens to have some form of multiplayer, and that's what I got on there.
Wait, for outstanding online multiplayer gameplay and design, including co-op and massively multiplayer experiences, irrespective of game genre or platform.
Yeah, there's some big asterisk there, but we're just gonna move on. All right. All right. So best sports and racing game: Dirt 5, F1 2020, FIFA 21, NBA 2K21, and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. See, that's what's weird. The sports and racing being combined, while on one hand, I get it, but there will be some years where it's like Need for Speed Underground, like let's just say Need for Speed Underground 3 comes out. Need for Speed Underground 3 versus FIFA, and it's like, how am I supposed to compare that way?
Yeah.
Street racing's not a sport.
2K21 has only been out for like a month and change, has it not?
I think it's been a couple of months, but I do think that Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 was a masterful remake, but I mean, you're going against FIFA. FIFA's a very
Pro Skater 1 and 2 is a remake.
Yeah, I know.
So that's
and it was a damn good remake as well, but I just feel like it's FIFA, bro. If FIFA doesn't win that category, I'll genuinely be shocked.
2K will probably win over FIFA.
We'll see. Best sim and strategy game: Crusader Kings 3, Desperados 3, Gear Tactics, Microsoft Flight Simulator, and XCOM Chimera Squad.
Well, we all know Microsoft Flight Simulator got this.
You know what? I made a joke similar to that a couple years ago. I forget about what game it was, but this dumb game won, and I was like, you know what? I don't know anything about sim and strategy. Clearly, I'm the man that's out of touch.
What, Ace Combat?
All right, get out of here, bro. Ace Combat's actually fire. I will not accept this young slanderoony you got going on the timeline right now. But
I've heard things about Crusader Kings 3.
Yeah.
But that game seems like it seems very niche, so I don't think it would win something in a popularity contest like the Game Awards.
And then we have Best Family Game. Now, I want to talk about this. Very important.
Mm-hmm.
Animal Crossing New Horizons, Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, Mario Kart Live Home Circuit, Minecraft Dungeons, and Paper Mario The Origami King. Now, there's one game I want to talk about here very specifically. It's called Mario Kart Live Home Circuit. You see,
it's not a VR game?
It's a VR game, but it requires you to have remote control carts. And in order to like let's just say you wanted to record footage for it, the amount of equipment that you would need to facilitate that for it to be a family game where you're going to be able to play that is a game where you need multiple switches. That's not we can all play on one team. No, you need multiple switches. There's a lot of things that you have to do in order to allow that to even work correctly.
Well, Animal Crossing would be in the same vein. Like, you would need multiple switches for that, too.
Yes.
Everyone needs their own island.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. You can have different profiles.
Oh.
With Mario, that's... you need to... then you also need to build a track in your house. There's a lot of things that go with that.
Who is this game for?
I think it was just like a tech experimental thing to say, hey, the Switch can do things. But then there's the next category, which I think you're going to get a kick out of. Best Fighting Game for the best game designed primarily around head-to-head combat. That is probably the worst definition that you could have gave, but it's fighting games. I know the gaming community at large really could give two fucks less about fighting games as a whole, but it is what it is. But the nominees,
really entertained by them, huh? Wow, wow, guys, you shit on us, and then you're like, man, that was really cool.
Facts. But I will say the nominees that they chose this year are very strange. Because you start off with Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, which, all right, it was one of the newer kids on the block, makes sense. Mm-hmm. Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate has been out for checks notes 37 hours, 38 hours, something like that.
Yeah.
Not even a full first 48. The body hasn't even had a chance to go cold yet. But then you have Street Fighter V Champion Edition, which is basically just, hey, you're getting all the updates and a couple of more updates along the way for Street Fighter V, a game that came out in 2016. Woo!
Hey, bro, it's the complete version of Street Fighter V, and it came out at the beginning of the year. It counts, right? I mean, give us a bone. What else came out this year?
I mean, I was going to get to that because the next two games, one of them we shouldn't acknowledge, and the other one is a game that I feel truly sad for. The first one, the former, being One Punch Man, a hero nobody knows, aka One Punch Man, a game nobody plays.
Hey, man, some people out there play this
I'm sure they don't. I'm sure they bought it, got halfway through it, put it down, and said, "All right, that was neat. That was fun for a little
Bro,
while."
this game has DLC. What are you talking about, man?
Nah, bro.
Somebody's paying.
Yeah, Anthem got DLC too. Who playing Anthem right now?
Oh, cool. Ugh.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go.
When is the rework coming?
But the game that I feel sorry for is Under Night in Birth EXE Late Clear. Because remember, Uniclear was supposed to take over. This was their year. Then COVID happened. You had the thing with Joey happen over there at Evo. Evo Online getting There were so many things that this game was baking on to get more eyes on the product. A quality product, mind you. And it just got the shaft-ola. No Coca-Cola. Not a good look. But it is what it is. I'm pretty sure you would agree with that. Like, it was good, but like,
I mean, it's kind of underwhelming that like this whole like this new version of the game only comes with one extra character too. Like it was like pushed as like, oh yeah, this new version of Under Night is coming, whole new version, whole new game coming to you, and then it's like one character, and then a few balance changes for some characters.
Yep. Then we have best role-playing game, which is Final Fantasy VII Remake, which I don't see how that doesn't win.
The next game next to it, though.
Genshin Impact?
That is going to steal away from Final Fantasy VII Remake because of the high that it's on. And the money that
oh,
it's
snap. We're being hosted. That's great. I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. Really do appreciate that, but I gotta say one thing. I gotta change that alert before we get hit with that copyright, bro.
Well, that's all you, man.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get hit with the Shang Tsung right now. I'm definitely gonna have to change that.
Like a Dragon is in this. Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Yakuza Like a Dragon came out like 2 days ago.
Yeah, but so did Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate, and you've seen how that's gone. But anyways,
I mean, Yakuza makes more sense though because like it's been out in Japan, but.
Then you have Wasteland 3 and Persona 5 Royale, and I'm not about to sit here and talk about those two games. Like, I'm not saying that they're bad. It's just, I mean, they are who you thought they were. They exactly are who you thought they were.
Hey, man, Persona 5 Royale tells the story of high school kids who have gone through very abusive situations and have learned to persevere through the powers of a secret world through an app on their phone.
It sounds quite silly when you say it like that, doesn't it?
Well, it taught them how to solve their problems and become better people by facing their challenges head on instead of running away.
Man,
and then also killing the evil versions of whoever caused pain in their lives. So yeah, man,
a story as old as time.
A story as old as time. Destroy the shadows of all your enemies.
Facts. Sometimes you just got to do it to them, man. You just have to do it to them. There's only a few more categories left, but I guess we can go through those as well. Since I mean, let's face it, these are probably the bigger ones that you are all looking for. So,
Best Action Adventure has Spider-Man Miles Morales, which also just came out, and Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Like, God damn it, man. Last of Us Part 2 is clearly going to win that section there. Damn, Neo 2 came out this year, huh?
Yeah. It really doesn't feel like when you look at some of the games that are nominated, you're like, damn. This 2020 was a year because I done forgot about Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I done forgot about Ori and the Will of the Wisp. Like, bro. Like, if I had to vote, it would definitely go to Ghost. Because I definitely voted for that. But if I had to vote, which I did vote, I'd give it up to Ghost. I could be talked into Miles Morales. Yes, sir, Bob. I could.
I wouldn't. Like, Miles Morales is a good game, but it's not like, oh my god, this is so much more amazing.
Well, okay. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing that I think held it back. While I think it's great, I feel it's kind of like the Metroid Prime 2 syndrome with Metroid Prime 1. Like, yes, this is a new game and it is different and it facilitates a lot more needs for different people with the new protagonist and the fact that, you're actually building upon the first game. But ultimately, you're playing a more polished version of the first game.
Yep.
Like it doesn't take that next step outside of graphic fidelity. But then it got, then the first game gets remastered on PS5 anyway. So it's kind of like you have, it honestly feels like a very, very luxurious DLC.
Yeah, honestly, like I've seen that game as just a luxurious DLC this whole time. That's like $50 for some reason. So yeah, I don't know. It's hard to like detach it from the first game if it plays.
Mm-hmm. And
very,
I also
very similar to the first game.
And I also thought it was telling because remember, all these other games that are going to be coming out for these next gen consoles are $70, and this one wasn't $70.
Yep.
So I was like,
also, it's not even an actual sequel to the first game. It's just the spin-off sort of thing.
Yeah, it's like
connected to that game.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, so this is what Miles is up to during all this time, and yeah, there you go. He now knows how to be Spider-Man. Peter's like, his mentor, and he's taking him under his, I was gonna say wing, but web, and making sure he does right. And Miles just wants to help, and now he gets into his own wacky sort of adventures. Woohoo!
Yeah, the story is actually that Peter goes on vacation, and Miles is left to be Spider-Man while Peter is on vacation.
And you know what's dumb? Somehow, some way, someone's still gonna vote for Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. It wouldn't be me. Like, don't get me wrong, the game was fine, but like, it could not. It could never.
I can't get over Shane from Shameless being like the main character in this game.
But there's one thing I always think is kind of funny when you have these subcategories and then the overall game of the year category, but we'll get to that, I'm sure. So best action, Doom Eternal. There's no way that doesn't win. Then you have Hades, Half-Life Alyx, Neo 2, and Streets of Rage 4. If Doom doesn't win, bro, I want to recount, bro.
Hades will probably win because of its popularity right now.
Nah, bro.
Streets of Rage 4.
Streets of Rage 4 was great, but like Streets of Rage 4 is also a niche title in and of itself.
And it's also a game that like you play and then you finish after like 2 weeks.
Yeah. Then you have innovation and accessibility, and these are all games that I haven't played outside of The Last of Us 2, but I'm not really feeling like was there something that I missed about accessibility?
Last of Us 2 is definitely going to win. The accessibility options are insanely good.
Okay, what are they? Because I didn't look into that. I just played it on vanilla difficulty.
There's a system where you'll see an actual like pointer on the screen that points you to where you're supposed to be going. There's black and white. You can like literally like slow down the game so that during like action sequences you can like slow down the game to avoid getting hit and shit like that. Basically, all the accessibility options make the game like super duper like easy for you.
Well, I mean that's kind of the point, So exactly. for some people, they might have enough fingers, or you maybe like you never know. Then you have Watch Dogs Legion, which I'm over that. Then you have Hyperdot, I think. Yeah, Hyperdot. I don't know anything about that game. That's a mystery box for me. Grounded is also a mystery box for me. And then Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which I've never been an Assassin's Creed guy, so someone else can figure that out for me. Then you have
Assassin's Creed. I am a Viking.
Then you have best VR or virtual reality and augmented reality or alternate reality, whatever you want to talk about that.
Yeah, augmented.
And you have Dreams, Half-Life Alyx, which if any of you have never seen the Half-Life Alyx speedrun, you're doing yourself a disservice. I would highly recommend you go find one. It is both hilarious and confusing. I'd even recommend the one that happened at I think it's AGDQ this year. Check it out. It's wild. It is wild. You got to like crouch, but then jump while you're crouching in real life, and then you'll fall through the floor, and then you can go underneath gates. It's that game needs some help, but boy, is it a great watch. Then you have Star Wars Squadrons, which I heard came out, and I literally thought nothing of it.
Yeah.
Then there's an Iron Man VR game, which I don't know anything about.
That's been out for a long time.
See, never heard of it. It's probably because I don't own a VR system, but like, hey. Oh, The Walking Dead had a VR game?
Yeah, I don't know anything about this.
All right, well, hey, good on you, Walking Dead. Best community support. Recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, responsiveness, and inclusive of social media activity. Update. Oh, God, here we go. Apex Legends. Ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell that game should win. Fall Guys.
Isn't this recent patch good?
It says community support. That community is toxic as fuck. When it comes to transparency and responsiveness, people are still mad about the SBMM and how they've been skirting that entire conversation for the longest time. Inclusive of social media activity, game updates, and patches. The only thing I can give them is game updates and patches. That's it. Anyways, then you got Destiny 2, Fall Guys, Fortnite. Fortnite is probably going to win. But you know who deserves to win? Hot take coming up. No Man's Sky. No, they deserve the award.
It's the Final Fantasy 14 story right there. The game comes out hot shit. And then it rises through the ashes like a phoenix and becomes a real video game. And now everyone loves it.
It actually has a player base.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike One Punch Man Unknown Hero.
Hey, man. There are like at least 30 people who play that video game. Come on, man.
And then rounding out the six is Valorant. Then you have best mobile game, Among Us.
What? Among Us? Like,
I mean, technically it is a mobile game.
Yeah,
Call of Duty Mobile,
of the game.
Genshin Impact.
Genshin Impact is gonna win. Oh wait, Runeterra though.
Yep, Runeterra's in there, and Pokemon Cafe Mix, which I forgot existed.
What is that?
We'll talk about it after. I don't. That game does not deserve any of my airwave time.
Okay, well.
Then best indie: Carrion, Fall Guys, Hades, Spelunky 2, and Spiritfarer. And I'm telling you right now, if you let content creators influence anything, Spelunky 2 might be a dark horse. You might want to pay attention to that, but it's probably going to get bodied by
what's
Hades.
Up with people playing that all of a sudden.
So here's the all right. So I knew there's a dude named GrandPooBear, popular streamer, not like top 1%, but well enough known. Not some rando out here. And he's a big time Mario Maker streamer, plays a lot of Mario ROM hacks, and he was in love with the original Spelunky. He plays a lot of platformers. That's like kind of his shtick. Spelunky 2 came out, and he was so hype for like every day before Spelunky 2 hit. He was hype. Finally, he gets it, and I think he got it like either 48 hours or a week early than everybody else because, they do want to give it out to some content creators who've been supporting them since the jump, which, fine, admirable move. So they go out, he's playing it, he's streaming it, and he's just got a bunch of clips, and a lot of them have been getting shared in a few Discords that I'm in who I didn't even know even knew that they knew that man even existed. But once again, his clips are making the rounds, so people got interested in it. Then there was this one clip that was posted in the Discord where GrandPooBear was like talking about like, oh, they wouldn't give me a special thanks in the credits. Then he saw his name, then he started crying because he was like, I made it. And then that was a thing. And I know a few people who, because of that video and a couple of other videos, said they're going to give it a shot. I'm not saying GrandPooBear put the entire thing on his back and carried it across the finish line to popularity. I'm not saying that. People played the first one. That is a game I know people actually like, in a series that like people have actually sung its praises and really believe that it's going places, and they can't wait for the next one already. I'm just saying I have seen reasons why people have brought it up. Then there's a game called Spiritfarer, which that's another game I have no idea what that's about. Then you have best ongoing, which is Apex, Destiny, Call of Duty, Fortnite, No Man's Sky. AKA, it's still here. The It's Still Here award.
Mm-hmm.
Games for Impact.
Warzone is going to take that away from Fortnite.
It might. Then you have Games for Impact, for a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message.
What the fuck is this category?
It's we couldn't really find a way to get you guys in a category, so we workshop some things to get you in a category.
Like,
so that's just that's the best thing I could do it. Then they have Best Performance, awarded to the best individual for voice acting, motion, and or performance capture. Ashley Johnson as Ellie, Last of Us 2. Laura Bailey as Abby, Last of Us Part 2. Then you have Naji Jeter as Miles Morales in Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales. Then you have Daisuke Shuji as Jin Sakai in Ghost of Tsushima. And then you have Logan Cunningham as Hades in Hades. So I think it'd be... Look, if I know the fan vote may not always matter, but if it does, Last of Us 2 is going to lose, and I'm going to tell you why. They're going to split their votes.
Yes.
I feel like that's bait.
I mean, these are both the main characters of the game. So it's literally like who cared about which character while playing that game.
Yeah, but their votes are their votes are going to be split. So I'm going to go with Jin. Jin's got to win. Or Hades. You know what? Jin, Hades, or Miles could do it.
I think it would be Miles. I mean, it's either Miles or Jin, but it might be Miles because Miles is like the more popular character right now.
I mean, you're right. But remember, I don't want to say they did it on purpose because they probably didn't. But when you think about it in retrospect, may have been kind of genius for Ghost of Tsushima to hold off on that multiplayer patch as late as they did. Being like, hey, just in case you forgot about us. And it's free. Oh my God, that was huge. Then you have Best Audio Design, Doom Eternal, Half-Life Alyx, Ghost of Tsushima, Resident Evil 3. Resident Evil 3?
Hmm? What? Do we remember anything about this?
Okay, and The Last of Us Part 2. And, you know, say what you want about Last of Us Part 2. As a game that I really didn't care about, whatever, yada, 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 so on and so forth. You all know all the memes, yada, 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 etc., whatever. Sound was not one of the things I could complain about in that game. So I can give it to him on that one. Best score and music for outstanding music, inclusive score, original song, or licensed soundtrack.
Oh.
Doom Eternal. I mean, come on, you have Mick Gordon coming back. I mean, obviously, you know, Mick Gordon is going to do Mick Gordon things, and he did Mick Gordon things, and therefore it's a banger.
Final Fantasy 7 Remake is going to win because it's
I know. I know. I was going to get to that set, but, you know, Doom Eternal wins any other year. Any other year.
Any other category. Like, Doom Eternal is probably going to win the audio design category because of Mick Gordon, but...
And then it's going to get smoked by Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy. Yeah.
Now watch, we're going to be hella wrong, and it's going to be like Ori or the Will of the Wisp. I'm like, you know what? Y'all.
All right.
Look, man, if you like Ori, you have taste. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not about to have a huge back and forth with you. The only game...
like Metroidvanias, you like Ori.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't have Metroid posters in the background for nothing, my G.
Yeah, see, you're biased.
You damn right.
You're biased. Not everyone loves Metroidvanias like that, man. Especially not the ones that are thrown in their face like Metroid and Castlevania.
All right, for outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design, best art direction, I don't see how Final Fantasy said if Final Fantasy, Tsushima, or Hades don't win, I want to recount.
It's got to be Tsushima. Like that's a beautiful video game, and now it's on next gen. It's on the next gen consoles. PS5 version of that game is breathtaking.
It sure is. But then you have The Last of Us Part 2, and like, I don't want to say that Naughty Dog is gonna Naughty Dog their way to the top, but come on, man.
Y'all can take that family spot with Crash.
If you put The Last of Us 2 as a family game, I'm walking out of here, bro. Because that's cap. That's cap and a half. That's the cap in the hat. And you have best narrative, which Final Fantasy VII Remake, or Tsushima, or Hades. Then you have 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim, and it's like, wow.
That game is nothing but narrative, though.
I said that's the only thing it is.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, you know, it is what it is. Last of Us 2 also there. Is Naughty Dog gonna Naughty Dog? We're about to find out. Then you have best game direction, which is really weird because it's the same four usual suspects of Final Fantasy, Tsushima, Hades, Last of Us. But then Half-Life Alyx shows up. And I don't really know how that gets it. You know what? I'm just gonna let that rock.
What's the innovation in Last of Us 2 here?
You could jump. Yup.
That's not innovative. Like,
Yup.
it's innovative to maybe the series, but I mean that's innovative to video games.
Nah, fam.
Video games.
Nah, fam. Nah, fam. What you know about that? Also, then you have Game of the Year, right? And here's what's weird to me.
Oh, geez.
Game of the Year has the usual suspects plus Animal Crossing. But here's the thing. It's going to be weird when, like, for example, let me go down here. No, hold on. Let me go to specific category here. Where is it at? So, best action game, right? Doom and Hades are both there, right? And the best action adventure game, Ghost of Tsushima, Last of Us are in there, right? When it comes to best action adventure game, correct? Doesn't that mean that Ghost of Tsushima and Last of Us are the only ones that can win that category? Because I think it's really what you shouldn't unveil Game of the Year until all the other results are in, because how you gonna have Game of the Year sway and then show me, you know, the other subcategories, and it's like, well, these games weren't even in any of these categories, and they're in the same genre with the other category. Like, if Doom Eternal wins, you might as well eliminate Tsushima right off the... Oh, I did, because it's still stupid.
The problem with that is that you also don't want one game to win like every category, because also Game of the Year. Oh, because it's Game of the Year, it's also in all these other categories because it's hitting them all out of the park, and it's like, okay, well then, what's the point of categories? You might as well just have Game of the Year and then list everything.
No, I'm not saying you can't have Game of the Year. What I'm saying is what they should do is once all the other categories are calculated, based on that, then you come up with Game of the Year. That's what that'd be a good way to do Game of the Year. Now, granted,
much effort.
Yeah, granted, that it's a lot of effort that they don't have time for, and besides, it's just a giant PR thing to sell you more games and get excited for next product. So, I mean, it is what it fucking is. It being accurate was never first on the agenda any damn way. But speaking of things not being first on the agenda, how about the websites that you are on and how much they don't give a fuck about you? Because you are not a priority. You are not first on the agenda. Because apparently, and I'll let you take the reins on this one, YouTube dropped a terms of service email. What did it entail?
All right, hold on. Let me pull out the cliff notes for that one again, because the summary of changes here are facial recognition restrictions, which is the terms of service already states that you can't collect information that might identify a person without their permission. They're just specifying it in the updated terms of service, so they're just making it more clear that you can't use facial recognition on videos through YouTube, which I don't believe that, but okay. YouTube's right to monetize, which means YouTube has the right to monetize all content on the platform, and ads may appear on videos from all channels, from channels that are not in the YouTube partner program. So you could be, Johnny 2x4 with a video that has 10 views, and they're still going to put ads in it, be like, we're going to make our money off of your content. And so, even though you're not going to get paid because you're not part of the partner program. Royalty payments and tax withholding. For creators entitled to revenue payments, such payments will be treated as royalties from a U.S. tax perspective, and Google will withhold taxes where required by law. So, yeah, guys, YouTube has updated their terms of service to include those three things, and basically specify those three things a lot better, because they were probably getting bothered about that by the users on YouTube.
Now, here's the thing that I think is kind of funny, because look, my YouTube channel is growing. It's not there yet, guys. But hey, remember, go ahead and go over there and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss another extremely spicy video hitting the YouTube airwaves. But I would hate for my videos to have ads because I'm not getting paid.
Facts.
One of the main reasons why I didn't onboard with Twitch, or excuse me, not Twitch, YouTube, is because I didn't want ads. I did not want ads. That was one of the best things about my videos. I didn't have ads. Now that is going to succumb and go into the ether because YouTube needs to make more money, even off of people who ain't making no money.
That's the problem with these companies that you're trying to post your content to, because now they're trying to make their money off of you. And thanks to the way that a lot of algorithms are written for these platforms, if you're a small, like, up-and-coming person, unless you know someone who is at the top who can boost you, you're not really going to get out of that unless you can, like, use some sort of, like, word of mouth or other platform to get other people to show up and, like, watch all your videos and, like, you know, stream all your content and, like, push you up into that upper echelon so that the platform actually, like, advertises your shit to people who would want to see it, or who you would want to see it.
And look, while I may be a little bit biased here, I gotta be honest, it sucks to know that a lot of this is 100% out of the control of many of the content creators. And what's really sad is there's just some, like, mid-level, you know, content creators who legit pride their YouTube channel on the fact that they don't have any sort of partnership with YouTube. They have ad-free videos for each of one of their subscribers to watch. And the only way that they really make their back-end payments is through, you know, Patreons, the join button via YouTube. Because some people do have those, which I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure if you have to be partnered for that or if you could just have that by default. But I know you could have, like, a Streamlabs or Stream Element set up to your donation stuff without having to go through YouTube specifically. So, I mean, that is another option that you do have there. But there are various other ways, whether it's just straight to PayPal, whether it's Ko-fi, because people are doing Ko-fis again. I thought that died back when cosplay fever first kicked off, but nope, they're still around.
Come on.
They're still here.
Nothing has ever really gone.
All right, listen here, bucko. I don't have time for you to tell me the truth right now.
If there's one thing I learned from Star Wars...
No, don't do that.
Nothing is ever really gone.
I don't want to talk about it. I'm hurt. There's these things I have called feels. No, there's these things that I have called feels, and you definitely just hit me in them very hard. Very, very hard.
Care. Star Wars will return in some fashion for you.
I honestly thought you were going to say Star Wars will return in Avengers Infinity War. I don't know why I thought you were going there. Anyways, man, that's tough. That's really tough. But even if you push past all that, some of these people getting their taxes pulled out off top.
Yeah.
That's got to be kind of rough. But the interesting thing is, you also have to pay taxes on the money that you make. So technically, they're taking taxes off top. Then you got to take taxes out when you do your taxes. But it depends on the tax form you're going to use. I know some people are going to use 1099 miscellaneous forms, and that's a whole other can of worms that you may not necessarily want to worry about right now. But apparently, 2021 is shaping up to be a very interesting year with YouTube payments. But not as bad as Twitch, though, because, folks, Twitch has dropped the ball yet again. I understand you're going to be like, how? How? Look, I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm going to tell you right now a very important lesson about becoming a Twitch affiliate. Now, when you read that contract at first, like I said, I wasn't taking Twitch seriously. I just wanted, to have a nice time, to, share with my viewers, yada, yada, so on and so forth. But when you actually look over the contract, because it is a contract. It is a legally binding contract when you go into affiliate onboarding, which you can opt out of, but, that takes time. But the main reason why you probably don't want to do it unless you're taking like some super deep plunge, is do you know all the content you ever streamed on Twitch, Twitch owns? And by owns, I mean, if you, let's say you have a moment that pops off, that goes huge, viral, you become like an overnight sensation. Twitch is allowed to take your stream, put it on their Twitch channel, and they don't even have to link back to you. They can just use you for an ad. You get no monetary compensation, by the way, either. You don't see a dime. For example, if I was, if like, pick a company, pick a tech company right now. Apple work?
Yeah, Apple.
So like, let's say I make a super dope movie that's all filmed with an iPhone, right? And then Apple's like, oh my God, man. And they want to show clips of my movie. They have to contact me, get in touch with me, and they got to spread some money around before we can facilitate a deal. Not with Twitch. When you sign that affiliate contract, your ass is theirs. Well, your ass that's in this 16:9 rectangle is theirs. Also, did you know you are not allowed to stream within a 24-hour period the same content that you streamed on Twitch that day?
Wait, what?
Okay, so in the affiliate program, if you read the affiliate contract, there is a clause that states, you see this podcast? I have to wait 24 hours before I could post it anywhere else. Otherwise, I'm in breach of contract. Which means all of those streamers who are affiliates who are using programs like Restream are technically in breach of contract.
But Twitch is just not going after them.
Yeah,
right now.
Twitch has never enforced it, not a once, but it could happen. Just so you know, just so
DMCA stuff is over, they're probably going to start hunting people for this because
I mean, Twitch, they might. Now you already know there's gonna be people like, but I didn't read the contract, I didn't know, and it's like, look, you just wanted a way that people could donate to you, but at that point, you might as well just have that PayPal button at the bottom and be like, hey, yo, click the PayPal button, yada yada, so on and so forth.
That's right. Support me, please, before I go to Patreon. No.
Or have a Patreon. There's various other ways you could set it up, but like the way Twitch kind of has like
I'm
this.
Just gonna make an OnlyFans for my donations.
There you go. Every dirty
is not.
I was gonna say every dirty and grimy setup. That's all you post. Dirty and grimy setups.
Well, first off, yes. Also, did you know that OnlyFans apparently is not just for lewd content and sex work? It is also for art.
Yes, artists, cosplayers. Hell, there's even people who are just sitting up there blogging at this point.
It's the same as Patreon.
Yeah. But you know what the wild part is? And maybe you knew this. Maybe you heard about this before. I forget her name. But there was some chick who got on there, said she was making OnlyFans, and made a shit ton of money.
Bella Knox.
No, not Bella Thorne. There's somebody else. This is not Bella Thorne. Someone else. Made a shit ton of money. And the only post she had was like, I'm moving back with my mom to Georgia, and it was like a picture of folding clothes. And that was it.
That's godlike.
And now, here's the difference. Here's the difference between her and Bella Thorne. She never promised anybody anything. She just said she was making an OnlyFans, and here it is, and people donated a bunch. Bella Thorne's problem was she said she was going to give y'all one thing, and then she didn't give y'all that.
Fact.
That's where she messed up. Which, unfortunately, I think OnlyFans handled that terribly because instead of punishing Bella Thorne, they punished literally every other creator on the platform.
They punished everybody else, yeah.
But that's a whole different can of worms and a conversation
wait,
that we've already had.
Real quick,
okay,
because so the OnlyFans like made it so that you can only donate up to a certain amount, right? And
yes.
So now Pokimane added this thing to Twitch where like she can set a limit for her donations, and like that was a big thing that people were talking about for like a week or two. What? So what do you think about that, first off? Because I know that you have control over that limit yourself, to my knowledge. So it's not the same as OnlyFans being like, no, you can only do up to $50 donations.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the other thing. They also had a bunch of people who were very upset at what Bella did and hit the website with chargebacks For those who don't know what chargebacks are, that's basically people saying, "Hey, yo, give my money back. This trash. Nah, that wasn't the deal. You altered it. Nah, give me my money back." And OnlyFans can't really sustain that happening too often. So not only did they put a cap on how much you can pay, they also made it to where you don't get weekly payments anymore. You get paid per month. So you went from getting like 52 checks to 12 checks. And, you know, some people, you know, they live that life where living on a monthly stipend is not going to help them live their lifestyle to the fullest. I mean, I would call it being irresponsible, but you get my point. I'm not here to dogpile on them, but imagine how much I want to ask how much you get paid at your job. How much, or excuse me, do you get paid weekly, bi-weekly, monthly?
I get paid bi-weekly.
Okay, so what if your boss just said, "Hey, subtle fraudulence, I know you're getting paid bi-weekly, but we're moving to a monthly format." You'd be able to adapt to that, I'm sure, but it would be kind of annoying to know that you got to wait 4 weeks. And then wait 4 weeks. So imagine going from, I get my paycheck week by week by week by week, once a month.
Wait, but am I getting paid the same amount of money though? Or like, is it?
No, you'd be getting paid the same amount of money.
Okay.
So overall, it balances out. But what I'm saying is, for it to be sprung on you because someone else's actions, that would tilt me. Also, now that there's a cap, I make less and I get paid less often. I'd be kind of tight. You lowered my ceiling, and then you told me to live in a smaller house. It's not a good look, but hey, I don't know if they got that situated since then, but it was kind of one of those it is what it is, damned if you don't situations. Because if they allowed this to keep happening and more creators started to do the Bella Thorne route of abusing by saying, "Hey, we're going to do X. You donate, X isn't there, it's Q," and you're like, "What the fuck is this?" And then a whole bunch of people could charge back in the site. OnlyFans going to go out of business, and now there's no OnlyFans. So they did this for...
I don't get about...
Oh, go on.
So the thing I don't get about this whole thing is that it's not like Bella Thorne was like hurting for money or anything like that. Like she's got a movie career.
Exactly.
And she had directed that one movie for Pornhub that everybody was fucking losing their minds over. So why? Like why even like pull off this scam? Why try to scam a platform that you know is that popular? Knowing damn well all you had to do was post like lewds and not.
All you had to do was post the lewds, Bella.
People were still gonna go for
Facts.
That. Plus, Bella Thorne has been like one of those people who's like really pushed the whole like body positivity thing about like being nude and stuff like that, and how it's not that big of a deal. And like she like posts like Snapchats and certain shit like that of her like pretty much nude and stuff, and basically says that she's very, very like comfortable in her body. So why even pull off the scam if like OnlyFans kind of goes in with stuff that you already do anyway? So why?
I couldn't even begin to tell you. I really couldn't. As much as I would like to sit here and tell you that I can't. Not on this one. Not on this one.
It's mad weird.
I mean, it really is. But a lot of these platforms that you're on can alter the deal just like that. And there's usually not a damn thing you can do about it. Especially since we know Twitch isn't even going to have your back. Because like there's some of their biggest creators. They don't have their back on shit. Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing.
Your boy XQC has been banned.
I don't know if he's been banned. I know he's been suspended. But he got suspended because he got an unfair advantage in Fall Guys because he was stream sniping people. And I was like, first of all, when you run a game in an unregulated lobby that doesn't have private lobbies, that's unfortunately just going to happen, especially if they're playing in the same event at the same time. But it's funny how he got suspended, yet someone in the same exact tournament ended up having his viewers join his game and deliberately throw so he could win. but gets no punishment. That's ridiculous. Now, either this is negligence on Twitch's behalf, or, hold up, wait a minute, or maybe Twitch wants to get back at XQC because they wanted to ban him or suspend him for something and they couldn't, and now they just found a way to stick it to him. But
maybe they're tired of paying him.
Hey, bro, COVID season, bro. Your check too fat. You got to skedaddle. You got to get up out of here, bro.
Because you got to think about it this way.
That's the real tinfoil hat.
He also won the huge Among Us tournament that they had with a bunch of like top Twitch streamers, like even Soulja Boy was a part of it and shit. And that had like a $400,000 like pot to it or something like that, and he won that whole thing. And boy, if you saw how he won, it was fraudulent. Like also that's the thing. Like with Among Us, like you could stream snipe people with that too. Because
here's the thing that I never understood. Right, I don't understand why we're trying to make esports out of like some of these super party games.
Yeah. Like, oh shit, this is popular, so everybody should play it as a esport now.
Like, could you imagine if they made an old school Mario Party today? I'm talking about a Mario Party where everybody wins, not where all the mini games are trying to facilitate the camaraderie. I'm talking about old school. Fuck you, your family, and your entire clan.
Right. Like if Mario Party was a competitive like scene that you had a Mario Party tournament for like Mario Party 2 that was like $2 million pot or something. That would be
murderous. Murderous.
People would throw hands.
Yo, man. Bro, it'd be losers. It would be losers round 1. People boxing, bro. Boxing, bro.
You'd also have one dude doing the Ja Rule from Fast and Furious 1. No,
Monica. Not like this, man. Not like this, bro. But yeah. There's a lot of big firsts coming around the pipeline, and unfortunately, big corporations not having their workers' backs. That's not one of them, because that shit's a story as old as time. But
the storm has come.
But there is a first that is coming along the way, and that first is Wonder Woman 1984 will be releasing in theaters and on HBO Max on Christmas Day. Now, it releasing on HBO Max, fine, whatever. In theaters, Christmas Day, during COVID season, if you buy tickets to that, you're a damn fool. You're a damn fool. I'm calling you out.
Hey here, son. You lefties.
And here we go.
Antifa, kids over there. You're not going to stop me from exercising my right as an American citizen to go out to the movies and watch this Wonder Woman movie because I love Gal Gadot.
Yep. Y'all can die for Gal Gadot. You got it. Y'all. Well, I won't say die because some people catch COVID and take no damage. Hey, some people take. Yeah. Hey, look, folks. Everyone says COVID is an automatic death sentence. It's not. For some people, it just takes wrong and it's just uber death.
Chris Christie survived.
Yeah, some people get it and they just keep it pushing.
So they kept telling us if you're out of shape, that's a wrap for you. Like you better not get this. And then Chris Christie got it and he survived. And it's like, oh, okay, well that changes the whole game.
I mean, Trump got it. I mean, now granted, Trump had like S-tier protection around him at all times at that point, but.
He had SEAL Team Medical 6 out there, like rushing me. No, we gotta get into the hospital right now. Get the fetuses, get the stem cells, inject him. No,
he's the goddamn president.
Okay, like that story. That was a wild chapter in the story. It was just like we were all worried. It's like, wait, what if he wins this next, term? Like, what if these Trump supporters come out in droves? And it's like he's sick. Oh my God! We don't have to worry about it.
People was really popped, but really, at least go see a Marvel movie on Christmas. Cause I know some people want that Black Widow movie to come out, but you go see the DCEU. You really about to see the DC cinematic? Come on, bro. Look, I know Gal Gadot is a very, very, very talented actress. I know she's smart, intelligent, has paved the way, and has been an inspiration to kids everywhere. And we haven't even begun to mention her beautiful features. But come on, dog. The silver screen, just get a home theater, bro. Just get a home theater. Just go, fuck it.
Hey man, it's also coming out on HBO Max. So if
I
you
know.
have
I
that,
said that. Just get HBO Max. Like, damn. If you are
people
going,
are really pushing.
because here's the thing.
Pushing for Black Widow to be on Disney Plus, though. Like, not even theaters, just put it on Disney Plus.
Well, see, here's the thing. Here's the thing that bothers me about that, right? I've seen what happens when a movie gets put on Disney Plus to make its debut. It's $30 damn. Thank you, fuck you, but no.
Mulan's a fluke. Fuck out of here. Nah. Like,
You're right. Yeah, you're right. This one got this.
Marvel's product.
No, man, this got Scarlett Johansson on it. It's gonna be $39.99. Y'all better chill out. Y'all better chill out.
It's gonna come free.
Yeah, you better hope.
If it doesn't, they can also come free. My work here is not done.
I mean, hey man, just say you can hope, bro. You can hope. But yeah, anybody who's watching Wonder Woman 1984 on Christmas Day in a movie theater, you're damn fools. But speaking of damn fools, boy, do a lot of us have egg on our face because Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate has finally dropped. I got to have my hands on Rain, and being the Edenian prince that I was always meant to be felt great. Felt A1, chat. Chef's kiss. Felt amazing.
Hey, what about Melina? Yo, she's in that game.
Man. No, chill out. Hey, no, get away from here. Get away from here with your foolishness. We don't talk about that character yet. Get away from here.
Yo, she's got some really good stuff. What are you talking about? Hey, man, Melina is a good character now.
Leave. Away from here. You commoner? Get out. Leave.
Hey, bro, Rambo's got
we don't talk about him either. No.
Hey, bro, he's gonna come in
the old.
Come on, man.
I'm kind of mad. Nah, but for real though. All the characters that came out are sick. All jokes aside. But I will say this. A lot of people were really hyped because they thought like the game was going to come with a whole bunch of system changes and mechanic changes. And all we got were some pokes. Some pokes were adjusted to be more normal. And hear me out on this one, guys. Hear me out on this one. Some moves got their hitboxes adjusted. But as far as the low tiers getting buffed, that did not happen. No sorry, Bob. But they added customs to the game. Now I know a lot of people have their reservations about customs. I had my reservations about customs because there's some characters who the tournament variations were the optimum variation. And they don't get anything from customs. Then you have some characters. Okay.
Let me interrupt you to tell you a story about an old video game
called Smash 4. Don't do it.
Yeah, the kiddies didn't. The kiddies may remember these days, but it is called Smash 4, and a little tournament called Evo.
Oh no.
Well, they've got custom moves in that game. It doesn't make sense for us to prevent the players from having access to the custom moves. Customs are allowed at our tournament. And so you had a good 7-month span of tournament play for this game involving custom moves, and that went well.
I can sense your sarcasm from here. I can still sense your sarcasm from all the way over here. Hold on, let me get farther. Yep, still sensing that good old sarcasm.
It wasn't well. It wasn't good. Like some of the custom moves in that game were the most stupidest shit known to man. And they were like, "Yeah, no, it's all legal. Don't worry, guys. This will be fun." And fun, it was not.
Newsflash. It was not fun. Sorry, I just got back from Smash 4ville. I just had to go back in the past and check real quick. We good?
Oh shit, Bayonetta combos?
Oh, all right. Nope, we're not good. We're not good. Time to leave again. Anyways. Fun, they said. Fun. But moving past that, so customs are in the game. But did you know, Mr. Fraudulence, that some custom moves were deemed too good and they're banned?
Oh, of course this is happening.
So it's customs, but not customs. But we found out with RoboCop, he can't have the command grab and flamethrower. So now you have customs, but some abilities, they're like, no, the combination of those is too good. Can't do it. So it's like, what's the point of having customs if we can't have the customs? And here's the thing. Here's one of the things that I don't like about Rain, right? Rain has moves that require you to have other moves. What I mean by that is there's a projectile absorb and this thing called the cut move. I forget what it's called. The cut move, right? I think it's like a Dinian slice or something like that. In order for you to get the crushing blow on a Dinian slice, you also have to equip the projectile absorb move, because you only get the crushing blow on that move if the projectile absorbs 2 projectiles in the course of the match.
But why?
Exactly. Like some characters have moves that require you to have another move. For example, did you know that Rain can't do that same Edenian slice in the air, and he can't do the dive version if he doesn't have, I think it's called like Edenian power or something like that, but it's a gear move that allows you to do all of his, or most of his specials in the air. Which means, in order for you to use God Slicer to its fullest capability, your other 2 ability slots have to be absorb and allow you to use it in the air. And now you've used all 3 of your ability slots.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like it. Like, he has 2 things tied to that move. So it's hella annoying. And now you have some characters that have especially Rain, I think he's the poster boy of this, have this thing called 3 move syndrome. Some of you who play Pokemon may recall 4 move syndrome, where sure, you have 3 moves, and these 3 moves are really good. But if you just had one more move, the character would feel complete. But no matter how you assemble this character, he always feels like he's missing something, because you only get the 3 slots. And most of his really good and OD and is like, ooh, that's kind of spicy type of stuff are 2. Because some abilities have a weight of 2, some have ability weights of 1, and you can only have a max of 3. So if you use some of his juicy stuff, you can only get 2 abilities. 1 2 slot, 1 1 slot. And some of his 2s affect his 1s. Yeah,
that's a whole ass mess, but it's cool because the game is out of the way, because MK versus DC on its way soon. Don't worry, Wonder Woman 1984 is coming out, and then she's gonna also be in MK versus DC too.
Don't do this, man. Don't. There are many games that you could probably pay me to show for. MK versus DC will not be one of them. I'm sorry, Captain. I can't do it.
As long as it's an M rating, then I'll show.
All right, if it's, damn well they're not gonna let that happen, bro. Well, that new Batman movie, well, they might.
What are you talking about? Yeah,
they
we got
might.
edgy superheroes now, so
with the boys DLC. All right, let me stop.
Whoa, don't rope that in there.
Hey, man, they might do it. They might do it. Anyways,
conservatives like a rope or caping for a Homelander, and they don't understand the irony behind that.
I'm going to say most far left or right people do not see irony ever.
Yeah, that's right.
They don't. Come on, man. People are really caping for a superhero in a comic book, and the character's name is Safe Space. The left ain't got no room to speak on that either.
Did that come out? I forgot all about that.
I don't even know if it came out, but people were just like, "No, this is the type of superhero we need." And I was like,
"Who cares?
Y'all smoke that crickety crack, but hey, y'all do y'all." But speaking of crickety crack,
I don't care if that exists, but that doesn't seem like a character that'll be popular. It's just whatever.
I agree. But
comic books kind of suck now.
I mean, they do, and that's why the industry's kind of on its way out. Unfortunate, but also fortunate? Question mark? But speaking of things that are going on their way out, the Wi-Fi Tekken players are no more. The shadow is no longer
Granted.
cast. You are all free. Enjoy yourself. For those of you who don't know, Tekken has decided to do a very, very bold move, or what I would like to call a pro gamer move. Because all the Wi-Fi folks now have a Wi-Fi indicator on them. And if they have a Wi-Fi indicator, you can decline them even in ranked matches. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. Oh, man, you boot a game up, and you be like, oh, God, no, you got bad ping. Oh, God, oh, your ping fluctuates. Oh, no, get it away. Shoo, get away from here.
Seeing as that though, you're the MK boy here who's been playing the beautiful MK11 that's implemented this system from launch. Tell me how it feels. Because MK11 still actually shows that
Pause.
Tekken doesn't.
Pause.
From what I recall.
Pause. So, MK11 snitches on who's on Wi-Fi or not, but you can only decline them if their ping is less than 150.
What?
So if they're on Wi-Fi, it'll tell you they're on Wi-Fi, but if their ping is good at the moment where it says you're fighting them next, you're forced to play the match. But at least you know they're on Wi-Fi. I'm not. Yeah, that's how that works. Sometimes it's just like, oh, they're on Wi-Fi. Get fucked. But at least you know. You don't have to doubt whether they're on Wi-Fi or not. That's about it. Unfortunate, but Harada and the people over there at Bandai Namco Tekken, they have taken that next pivotal step into getting them the fuck out of here.
Damn right.
And it is glorious to see. But speaking,
Wi-Fi players are saying that they're being oppressed.
Bro,
they think that somehow people saying that they don't want to play with you and your dirty Wi-Fi is oppressive. It's like, bro. Like,
I mean, I don't know if it was a joke or a hot take, but either way you want to slice it, folks. There was a dude who said, and trust me, given who you're watching on stream here, this is going to be very hilarious to you. The dude said, wow, you guys are really going to put all of us Wi-Fi players in one boat? Wow, that's crazy. I feel that's kind of oppressing, don't you think? Because what am I supposed to do? Feel afraid for my life for every black person I see because they might commit a crime? This was their take. They said this. They tried to compare black people might commit a crime to do not ban me for having Wi-Fi. Folks, you can fix Wi-Fi for $3.99, $5.99. Hell, if you want to get 100-foot fucking cable, you can get those for less than $20. I have a 100-foot cable upstairs. Like dead ass.
Yeah, you could turn off the game. You can't turn off being black. So
yeah, it's not. Some people just.
Shit. That reminds me. So SNL has a skit that that's getting a little bit more fame right now because it's on the it's been on the YouTube channel. But Eddie Murphy did an old skit on SNL where he did the social experiment of dressing himself up as a white man and seeing how different life would be as a white man, and it is fantastic. There's literally a scene where he goes to the bank as like a white dude and sits down and he's like, yes, I would like to get a loan. And the teller is a black guy, and he's like, well, sir, you don't really qualify for it. And then his manager, an old white guy, comes up and taps him on the shoulder. He's like, it's okay, Jimmy, you can go on your break right now. He's like, oh, okay, sir. And then the white dude sits down and he's like, how much do you want, sir? We'll give you all of it. You know what? We'll actually give you 2,000 more on top of that. And he's like, oh my gosh, thank you.
Man, I really don't know how to feel about that.
SNL is not the same.
It's not. It's not. For worse or for better? I would say for better or worse, but it's usually worse first.
It just makes me
Usually.
think of when Tyra Banks had like a talk show or something, and she like went undercover as a fat person, and like there's all this like footage of people being like, "Yeah, get out of here, you fucking fat freak," and I'm like, "What?
It's
Where
like,
did she
it's like,
go?"
it's like, where do you go to find these people? What was said before these cameras came on? That's what I want to know. But speaking of what was said before these cameras came on, you heard about this whole thing about Harry Styles wearing a dress on a cover shoot?
I think it was a cover for GQ. Harry Styles puts on a dress. But Harry Styles like takes some luxurious photos in a dress,
Mm-hmm.
and like these are nice photos. It's Harry Styles, and he looks kind of like he looks kind of like androgynous in these photos, and a bunch of people like Ben Shapiro, Candace Owens, and others have like gone on these crazy rants about how it's all the war against masculinity. They're trying to take masculinity away and make men a lot more feminine and all this other crazy shit. Ben Shapiro said some hypocritical thing about he understands that masculinity and femininity exist, but you can't. You're now making the masculine more feminine, and I'm like, then those would just be like feminine men. Like it doesn't like he's acknowledging that people can be masculine or feminine, and then he's like, but you can't take your femininity and impede my masculinity with that, or whatever. And it doesn't, like, the takes that people are putting out are basically like, how dare you make men more feminine in social media and everything else. And it's like masculinity still exists. Like,
Look. Here's the thing.
because Harry Styles wore a dress doesn't mean that all of a sudden all men have now decided to wear dresses, and
Now
they're
look.
all going to be feminine for the rest of their lives.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. We could stop right now. There is somewhere in the world, there's a dude wearing a dress right now. There's a dude wearing a dress right now getting spit roasted by two other dudes right now, somewhere.
Whoa. This is not the video that I came to watch.
You see how, I still got my monitor. Oh, my microphone still work. My homies are still alive. I still got this beautiful H2O. You see how ain't shit changed? You see I still got my dastardly beard. You still see how I'm just out here chilling, vibing, so to speak, chilling with the viewers, chilling with you guys. Shout out to the YouTube comment section. You guys will get to this point at some point. But who gives a shit? No, the world ain't blow up. No, nothing fell apart. It don't fucking matter. It don't matter at all what someone else is gonna do with their body. I don't give a shit. I don't. And you shouldn't either. You should know when it's time to leave well enough to won't and just walk the fuck away and be like, that's a thing, and move on. It ain't affecting your day. Now,
it's really funny how there are like all these people who think that there's some sort of like war on the way society is because a man is wearing a dress and a woman is wearing cargo pants. Like, it's not like they say all these things like somehow, some way, they're gonna walk outside and like all men are gonna be wearing dresses and all women are gonna be like working at the steel mill or some shit like that. Even though those people are also a part of society and they're not compelled, like the men who are complaining about this are not compelled to go outside and wear a dress and put on lipstick or anything that they deem feminine, and like all the women who are complaining about this are not going to dress up their men in feminine like outfits or anything like that. So why do they think that all of a sudden everything is going to change? Like, my son is going to see Harry Styles in a dress, and then he's going to want to wear a dress. It's like there are a lot more steps that lead to that conclusion. So why don't you focus on the in between instead of just assuming that society is going to break into all sorts of chaos because someone felt comfortable in a dress. Like
okay, so
out of here.
So here's the thing. I have not seen that whole clip. I just seen the little bit of that tidbit that was floating around, and like I said, I haven't seen the whole thing. So I will speak in context of the clip that has Logan Paul and the two others in there.
Right.
in the context of that clip, when he said, "That's not manly," there's technically nothing wrong with his statement. If that's just the baseline. Yes. There's technically nothing wrong with that statement. If you're talking about the stereotypical version of a dude, to say it's not that, that's fine. But to say it as though there's a problem, that's when you cross the line. If you were to just say, that's not a really manly thing to do, and you just kind of move on, that's fine. But when you try to use it to critique someone's like way of life, that's when it's the problem. I mean, come on, guys. We've all heard it here before. Even it's stupid when we hear it today, but anybody who's ever been black has had that person that told you are too black or you're not black enough, and they're also black. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Y'all know exactly who you guys have all seen a situation where this has occurred. It's one thing to quote unquote bring it up. It's another thing when you're trying to use that to tear someone else down. That's where the issue lies. But like I said, I don't know the full context of the clip, but the way the clip looked, tell you right now, it ain't look good. It ain't look good for those gentlemen.
So the context is, so the clip is literally like, Logan Paul's doing his podcast with his usual bros, and they pull up the pictures of Harry Styles like in the dress, and one of his dudes is like, oh, that's not manly, and immediately Logan is like what about that? Like what is a man to you? Like what do you define as manly? And then his friend doesn't even like define that at all. He's just like, I'm not saying there's anything wrong, and he's like going on the defensive, knowing that what he's saying could be taken in the wrong way. And so Logan Paul is like literally saying like, I respect this man for doing this. I think he's a G. He's like, doing what he feels is comfortable. That's what I deem as manly. And when people throw out the whole like, this sort of thing is not manly, or he's not a man because he's wearing a dress sort of argument, then that also like contradicts their transphobic arguments of, this trans woman is actually a man because she's got the parts of a man, and that's all I use to deem what is a man. And it's like, you can't say that transphobic thing and then also say, but if a biological man is, dressing up as a woman, then I don't think he's a man anymore. He's not manly. It's like, you can't contradict yourself like that and then think that that's just how society should be. It doesn't even fucking make sense.
It's not wrong. But man, some of these folks, I don't know what it is, man. Some of these people just shouldn't have a platform. But with how Clout works, well, everybody get a platform these days.
The deplatforming thing, like I don't know. See, the deplatforming thing, I don't care. Like those guys can have a platform, and the people who will listen to them are the people who already believe what they believe. But saying that they shouldn't have a platform is kind of like hurtful, and it kind of empowers them more, because now if people are taking away their platform, they can say, well, I'm being discriminated against.
I didn't say deplatform. I'm saying it should have never been assembled in the first place. But there are many trash people out there who will support other trash people. That's just the thing. And I'm not talking about specifically about the people involved in that clip. I don't know their personal lives. I'm just saying in general, there are people out there that should not have a platform.
Well, think about it like this. Okay, so I mentioned to you before we did all this about that guy Robert Noor. He's this super right wing dude who he has a podcast. For some reason, he's on all these debate panels with left wing people versus right wing people, and all he says is these QAnon level conspiracy theories, and he uses this really shitty straw man fallacy to equate everything as true. Like, oh, I don't have proof, but why is this happening over here instead? That proves that I'm actually right and you're wrong, because I feel like the government is just trying to hide our minds from the fact that they're controlling us. And he says all that shit, right? That dude has a platform. He says all this shit. But us normal, logical people will hear all the things he's saying and be like, you haven't proven anything. And also, you sound nuts.
Ah, the good old
The
Alex Jones
small group of
argument, eh?
people, yeah, the small group of people who believe him are gonna seek out whatever he does or says, and then be like, oh yeah, shit, oh, he's speaking facts, and then they'll graduate over to Alex Jones, and then whatever, they'll become Infowars employees or whatever, or as teenagers they'll work at Turning Point USA and think that they'll launch their career into working at Fox News or something, or OAN now, I guess, or Newsmax and all that shit. But that dude's platform is not he is definitely nowhere near the most famous podcaster or most famous Twitter user or anything like that. And that's because we all see that shit and it's just like, look at this crazy guy. And then that's it. He has a platform, but it doesn't matter because his influence isn't strong enough to influence people who take the 2 seconds to see the fallacies and the things he's saying and just say, okay, well, he hasn't provided a truly logical argument, and so I can't be behind that. So a lot of these people who people are saying shouldn't be platformed, you can still you can either interact with them and prove that all the things they're saying are false and stupid or whatever. You can you can actually just not give them any attention so that they don't gain influence, or they only gain influence over a small percentage of people who are just gonna think that shit anyways. Ultimately, taking their voice away gives them more attention, because now it's going to be well, why did they take it away? How important is what that guy said? What facts did he spit? It's kind of weird that
The secret they don't want you to know.
Yeah, that's Alex Jones's claim to fame. He's always just you see the left and social media and Twitter and all of them, Facebook, they all don't want you to know that I'm giving you the truth. I'm giving you the truth right now, and that's why they're deplatforming me. And it's he can say that with confidence because they're still trying to deplatform him.
You remember Declan MD, bro?
Oh my god, yeah.
I'm giving you the secret. I'm giving you the secrets that no one will ever give you. The Frankenstein controls with spiders with laser beams. What? Hello? What are you talking about, my guy? Nah, he's being loud and he's speaking with confidence, therefore telling the truth.
Exactly.
And there are some people who that's all they think. Loud, speaking with confidence, factual information.
More education beats out all these people who need to be deplatformed. People being swayed to their side shows that there are too many people who are not
mentally weak,
actual facts, or educated on how to find real facts. That's the problem with the internet and social media right now. There's so many people who are
I'm telling you right now, if I was a teacher today, I wouldn't be shocked. I would not be shocked if somebody cited a source and it was a tweet. Could you imagine that, bro?
That Robert Noor do that in an argument. They're arguing about voter fraud, and literally the dude on the left had listened to the actual thing they were talking about, and yet dude on the right did not listen to it at all, and he was just okay, so cite your source, tell me why do you prove what you're saying to me. And the guy goes, oh, this tweet here says, and then he read an actual tweet it was facts. And I was why is no one stopping this?
Why oh my god, bro, what could you even say to that? You know what, who knows what you can say to that, but you could probably say the same thing about boob armor in The Mandalorian.
Here we go.
Because apparently various people, and go on, say her name. I know I'm not going to.
Anita Sarkeesian.
Yep, she's back at it again, ladies and gentlemen, because she says that, oh my God, it's so stupid that boob armor exists. Where were you people when Thor Ragnarok came out and Valkyrie had boob armor? Where were y'all? Because last I checked, perfect representation, very good character, all these things. She had boob armor. Y'all didn't complain. Y'all were like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. That's my problem with people like Anita Sarkeesian. They're not even consistent with their own shit. Like, if you're going to be out of pocket, at least be consistent. Because I'll give you a perfect example, all right? The way she frames a lot of her arguments are some poisoning the well type shit. For example, do you know when she was talking about sexism in video games, one of the games she showed was Grand Theft Auto? And her statement was, because she basically tried to articulate that Grand Theft Auto was a prostitute and hooker killing simulator. You can sleep with these women and kill them and take your money back. Sexism. That was what she was trying to champion. Also, when a man is in a full bodysuit of armor, you know what that is? You know what that is? Male power fantasy. Woman in the same type of armor? Nah, that's just so a man can project themselves onto a hero they don't have to acknowledge as a woman. What the fuck? How, Sway? Then it's like, all right, well, what about a woman who's feeling sexy and spicy and has an OnlyFans account? Champion sex workers, which I agree. You should. You should make them feel safe. Accept that fact that, their work is real work. Yada, 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 so on and so forth. You know the whole nine. Point is, then Bayonetta comes out. Oh, it's sexist. It was completely made for the male gaze. It was completely made for. It's so sin-worthy. Avert your eyes. It's so terrible. It's just so these misogynists can get their rocks off. And then you find out that a woman was the lead designer behind why Bayonetta looks the way she looks. The character designer was a woman. Doesn't matter. Male gaze. That's it. That's it.
Brainwashed.
That's why I cannot respect the things that come out of her mouth. If she wanted to go about Metroid, she had a perfect opportunity. Anita, hi, consult me. I will give you your perfect argument. There's a game called Metroid Other M. And that game was a game that most of the Metroid fan base poons. They know it's trash. Why? Because the entire game is about Mrs. Aran, Samus Aran, being nothing more than a mere errand girl for some dude that she's been crushing on since her academy days in the Force, in the Galactic Military, in the G-Fed. Named Adam Malkovich, who was the perfect military mind who couldn't even do a simple tactical espionage mission correctly and figure out who was the mole on his own team, gets himself killed in the dumbest way. Look, it even starts ruining the lore that's behind Fusion, but I'm not here to talk about this. Point is, of all the things you could have talked about with Samus, in which you really only have that one game, but you at least had an argument there, you didn't even use it because you don't play video games. By the way, I don't know if you guys know, there's a video where she was like, before she did all this, where she admitted she didn't play video games. She didn't really care about video games. Video games don't really mean that much to her. She doesn't really even know anything about them. But then all of a sudden now she's a world-renowned expert who you can now consult. But you know what the other funny thing is? Doesn't she have some people that she likes to work with at Ubisoft? And you know how Ubisoft treats their employees? You know what? That's neither here nor there. I'm not going to do that. Point is, I couldn't trust her as far as I could throw her. That's all I'm saying.
So the argument is that in The Mandalorian, you see several Mandalorians. Some are women, some are men, and the women have like boob indentions on their armor to distinguish them as women instead of men. Which I don't have a problem with that. There were like weird arguments of people being like, well, a woman can wear the same armor as a man, and it fits just fine. There's nothing wrong with that at all. And they were showing like pictures and stuff. And then you had people countering that with, well, the indentions for boobs were made for a reason. Here's pictures of why that happened, and they were made to protect women better in their chest area because their chests are different from men. And me personally, I don't care. It's armor. Like,
Hey, look, bruh. You can't tell me that Overwatch is one of the greatest games of all time because it has all this representation, and then talk about how Mercy's a great character when she had boob armor, and then all of a sudden boob armor is a problem. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's what I'm talking about.
Someone once told me that that she does not support Overwatch's like character designs because Overwatch promotes what is it, unrealistic proportions because of Diva. And I was like, Diva's one character, one like woman in that game of several women that represent all kinds of different things. I'm very confused why we're focusing on Diva
Because
everyone else is cosplaying as her.
all right. So Anita Sarkeesian is trying to like cast this genjutsu where if you look at it in some certain way, everything's sexist. Because here's the thing: if you solve the problem by actually looking at things with some bit of reason, she can't get paid anymore.
Well, Anita Sarkeesian is just sexist, and like she's just like projecting whatever sexism she has. And
I'm well aware, but that's my point.
Because of it, like Anita Sarkeesian is just trying to like get money out of it.
Yeah, she's trying to secure the bag.
And that's whatever. Like this boob armor argument, like caught up to me not through her, but like just through like random people like talking about boob armor, and I was like, why is that a term right now? And then when I saw the source, I was just like, I was very confused. I was like, okay, a Mandalorian episode? That show is fine. Apparently, people are also mad about the child eating like eggs for some species, but whatever. It's a television show about Star Wars, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars doesn't even like keep to its own lore. So come on. Mandalorians having boob armor is fine. Mandalorians having like regular male armor, you wouldn't be able to tell. Like, God, what was the name of Poe's friend in Star Wars? That was played by the girl from Felicity.
I don't know, but she had a Samus costume. She had a Samus helmet.
Yeah, she had a Samus costume.
Indeed.
I guess people are more mad that the Mandalorians aren't just some like genderless like, you know, group of assassins, but does that matter when it comes to that show? Like Cara Dune is like championed as this like badass woman, and I mean if she kept her helmet on all the time, would you like really know?
No.
Would you really be like, oh yeah, she's a great?
I honestly think she took her helmet off to tell you.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
a defining moment in the series.
Like, hey, it's me. But it is what it is.
I mean, the main character of that show is Master Chief.
All right, let me stop. Let's not.
He's faceless man that you can like be like, oh, I'm just like him, and it doesn't matter like if you're a man or a woman. Like first off, there could be men wearing the armor with boobs. Like,
hey man, you know what I'm saying? We
haven't even talked about that.
Hey, yo, that'd be godlike if in the next episode, one of them takes off the helmet. It's just some dude looking like John Smith, and it's like, yeah, you thought
the indentions protect my chest better, so.
Get bodied, bro.
Take it off and it's Rikishi.
I'm a bad man. Oh my God. Yo, give us a futuristic I'm a bad man remix and I'm in. I'm in on this idea.
Oh, God. Big Show got canceled, by the way, since
there was no way that show was gonna last. I was like, people don't even watch the Big Show when he's wrestling. People don't watch the Big Show when he's doing the thing he's good at. Also, I think we talked about this, but I don't remember. His theme song is the intro, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cause I was say you can't have a show with Big Show in it and it don't start off with well. Like if it don't start with that, we don't want it. Even though he's made it known multiple times that he hated that theme song because he was just like, because apparently the old story goes, they asked him, "What do you want your theme song?" He's like, "Well, I want something like kind of like like he told some very vague shit, right?" And he's just like he's like kind of like surprised me, whatever. So he says, "I get in there and I hear, well, it's a Big Show," and he was like, "Oh no." And he was just kind of stuck with it. So it's funny. It's funny. But you know what's not funny? When you find out that your husband is fucking your brother.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to let you take this story.
Okay. So going back to that Harry Styles stuff, right? How Candace Owens was out here giving some crazy speech. She somehow took masculinity and the quote unquote war against masculinity and tied that to Marxism, and like she went off on her grifter
her grifter spiel,
grifter soapbox. And so people on Twitter dug up a recent tweet that I think she deleted, where she said, let me find the exact tweet for you again, so I can make sure that I read it correctly here. Yes, my husband did cheat on me with my brother. Yes, he said no when I asked to join them. This could be a joke. I mean, Candace Owens likes to, like joke or attempt to be funny, but yeah,
I'm glad you used the word attempt.
Yeah, because she's not funny. But people are kind of digging. They're like, hold on there a second.
Hold there now.
She's being memed. You got all kinds of people posting all kinds of tweets about, like her brother and her husband didn't want her to join in on their moments.
But that's not something you should even say, bro.
That's a weird joke. It's fucking weird.
Make it make sense, chat. Make it make sense. Even just a little bit. For me, it's not real. It's never been real. It could never be real. It couldn't be me. It could never be me. But I don't get it.
Reminds me of those Republicans that adopt a African baby.
Oh my god!
To be like, you see, I'm not racist. I'm raising it. Like Matt Gaetz. God damn! All right, there was that moment.
Teach me about Mr. Gates.
Okay, so I forget the name of the other person that he got into an argument with. I could probably Google it and find it. But Matt Gaetz, he is this you look at him and he is like the poster boy for the alt-right movement. Like he looks exactly like what all of us have seen as an alt-right male. And apparently Matt Gaetz has a child who I believe he's black. And so Cedric Richmond was talking about he was talking about police reform, and he was talking about police violence against black black men.
My eyes are burning, but keep the chat informed.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, Jesus. Keep going.
Okay. So yeah, Cedric Richmond was talking about police reform, and he was talking about police brutality against black people. And so he stated that we need to cause reform so that black women and children feel safe. And Matt Gaetz tried to combat that and be like, oh, so you're assuming that that the cops are racist? And he's like, but my child is black, et cetera, et cetera. And Cedric, he's like, so are you saying that the cops would shoot my child? And Cedric Richmond was like, I mean, yeah, I want the cops to protect your child as well. He's like, I want them to protect you and your family as well. And it went on to think about that. And then Matt Gaetz went, he's like, are you talking about my family? Are you talking about my family? And it was just like, bro, why are you upset? Why are you gargling like that, bro? You talking about my family? Don't kill your kids too. What are you saying? let me watch this clip right now.
You talking about my family? Not like this, man. Oh, I think all right. It went official.
What?
It went official. He is apparently. Well, hold on. Apparently,
What?
this is XQC's 4th suspension, so he might be banned.
Oh shit! XUC on YouTube joining the doc. The 2-time.
I'm mad that you said the 2-time.
That's insane. That's insane.
But I mean, we'll find out.
Doc Disrespect streams are entertaining because he puts everything into it, man. He makes it a show, and that is entertaining. Like that, like he takes Twitch and turns it into like an actual show instead of being like some person playing a video game, and that's interesting. Like, I'm not saying all Twitch like content creators need to be like that to like make the big bucks, but like it's cool that he's taking it and he's making it not only a job, but he's making it like he's like, I'm making this character, I'm making it known to you that I am playing this character, and I'm making this character like basically a character from like an 80s movie, like maybe the villain of an 80s movie, who knows, but like yeah.
Now, you know
Doc is not banned on YouTube, Kuma. Like, all right.
You know what's
Doc
wild?
got banned on Twitch.
Yeah, but you know what's wild?
What?
You ready? You ready? Because you're not ready.
What? No.
Did you know the NBA draft was tonight?
It was tonight.
Yeah, it's happening, right? Well, no, it's over, actually. I think the first round is over.
I heard things about some of the alleged pick, and oh, that's right. Okay. So Cedric Richmond like said something about like I'm trying to make sure that your children are protected, and most of you, like, you guys may not have black children, or you all may have white children, so your children may not experience this, but I'm trying to make sure that all of our children are protected, my children included. And then Matt Gates turns around, he's like, oh, so you're just assuming that we all have white children, that we don't have non-white children? And then Matt Gates goes on his whole thing of like, my son is black, and he's like, well, I hope your son is protected too. I hope he doesn't get attacked by the cops. He's like, you talking about my family?
Oh, you know what's
that was like
wait, Sheck West is entered the NBA draft. All right, I'm out.
Huh? Hey, what?
Sheck West is he's in the NBA draft. I don't know if he got drafted.
Okay, I was like, whoa, hold on. Sheck West is giving up his career to play ball? Oh, times are hard.
But yeah, it's one of those. It is what it is. But anyways, yeah, that's a thing. But hey, XQC getting banned, that was like a ticking time bomb. Like this was something that we knew was going to happen again. I mean, it's happened 3 times. You thought he was just going to get it together, but I think he makes too much money for them to perma ban him. I mean, I think he's kind of like, if he's not in the Alinity tier bracket, he's like right underneath it.
Okay, but
doesn't make it right. I'm just saying.
Ninja and Shroud are back, so
and they turned turncoat. They played for the other team, and then they said, "Yep, we're back."
What are you talking about, Mixer? I mean, but they came back. Twitch was like, "Don't worry, we'll take care of that Mixer thing." And then, so,
No, but I think it's kind of whack that Mixer gave him an ultimatum like, it's either you go back to Twitch, which we're not going to facilitate, or we could get you with Facebook Gaming. They were like, Facebook Nah, you good, bro. We just gonna take our cash up front, bro.
I've forgotten all about it. Zero is on. Well, no, Zero doesn't have a career anymore.
And he shouldn't.
Oh, that's a rumor, by the way, that Zero and Nairo may return to what is left of the Smash scene currently.
I don't have a take on that.
Well, do you know about the update on Nairo's case?
From what I heard, Nairo put out a message that basically said, "Yeah, it wasn't even me, boys."
No. Okay, so
sorry. Fill me in on the truth.
Out an official statement. Nairo put out an official statement, and he put out like an actual screenshot of the statement from his lawyer, basically saying that that when the moment in question that happened when him and Zach were intimate, he was not awake, and he had told Zach several times not to touch him, and that it was wrong, and that he it's wrong for several reasons, but mainly because he's older than Nairo and he is not homosexual, and he's not into men. He's not attracted to Nairo in that way. Nairo apparently, or Captain Zach apparently got to Nairo while he was asleep, and I guess everyone in his room was not there, and he did stuff to Nairo while Nairo was asleep, and then Nairo woke up and Zach tried to blackmail him over the whole thing, and so now he's getting his lawyer to represent him, and he throw in some legal action there because he lost his sponsorship and everything. So
yeah, he lost more than that.
He cleared his name.
Because even if his lawyer and him prove this right, there's gonna be a lot of people who are not even gonna acknowledge the change of judgment. But like I said, I'll see the cards fall where they may.
I'll say find Nairo's tweet that has the shots of the full statement, because after reading that, it was like it made this so complicated to know who to believe, because all the things that Nairo says line up with the situation that happened with Ally and Captain Zach, and a lot of people have been pointing out that Captain Zach seems he's the shifty one here. Captain Zach seems like the villain here, and it seems like he was taking advantage of the fact that he was younger, and that he knew that people would believe him over whomever, because he seems as the innocent one, because he's younger, and they would be taking advantage of him, etc. So yeah, I don't know who to believe at this point, but Nairo lawyered up. He was like, I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna solve this. So because of that, allegedly Nairo might come back.
And has Captain Zach been radio silent since?
Yeah, so far that I've seen.
My man ain't saying nothing, huh?
I mean, Zach also got banned, so.
Oh.
Yeah,
didn't know
Zach
that.
got banned after all that, because the committee was like, "Yo, we know what's really going on. Sorry, you can't just get away with this just because this is your young. You still got people. You still tried to force people to fix matches and stuff like that. So is
Senpai forming a legal team, or
Senpai is just
or she just instant transmission because it's it's still radio silence?
I'm gonna look up her Twitter right now and see if there's anything new on there, because the last thing, Senpai has not posted anything since then. Senpai has disappeared.
I still followed by two people I know. Nah, I ain't about to out them. They probably just forgot that she even existed.
Yeah, it's really easy. I mean, with the way the algorithms go, yeah. Like it's really easy to like forget.
But it is what it is. But anyway, it's almost midnight, so I think it's time we rein this thing in. So is there anything you'd like to say in your closing arguments? What is your hot take?
The internet.
No, I was gonna say, what is your hot take for 2021? What are you betting on? What crazy thing you think is gonna happen next year?
On what's gonna happen next year?
Yep.
Okay, so Marvel vs. Capcom 4 will be announced. It won't be released, it'll be announced. And Disney will be on board and fund it fully for the PS5.
Mm-hmm.
And Capcom will take that budget and they will redeem themselves.
Okay.
And then once they've created that final product, they will have residual money that will fund Street Fighter 6 and ensure that Street Fighter 6 is not a terrible game as well. And Capcom will the 2021 will be the year of Capcom's comeback. You know, like you know how DMC5 and RE remake and all that, you know, came out and people are like, "Oh shit, Capcom can make video games."
Oh man, here comes
going to come out.
Oh, okay. Resident Evil Village. Gonna be a great game? Bad game?
That'll be a game.
Oh, again. Okay. All right. A game. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna like outdo RE2 remake and the like, you know, boost that did for Capcom, but you know, it'll come out and people who like are diehard fans of the series are gonna be like, oh yeah, I really love this. This is a pretty great game. So that'll happen. We will all be outside because the first wave of the vaccine for COVID will be out, and you know those test subjects will, for the most part, turn out fine. And so then people will be like, "Oh my god, I can go outside again." And then when tournaments start, nobody's gonna show up for like the first like 3 months because it's like, nah, I don't trust them.
So you damn right. You damn right. So if you can't take showers, how can I expect you to actually have a vaccine? Nice try.
Exactly. Nice try.
And you know what else is kind of hilarious when you really think about it deep down? My hot take is this time next year, November 18th, 2021, I'll be no closer to playing Metroid Prime 4 than I am right now.
Boy, that game is not coming out. Bayonetta 3 is coming out before Metroid Prime.
I believe you.
I'm saying that now.
I believe you. Bayonetta 3 gave us a teaser and a logo card, and I ain't heard nothing about it since.
Metroid Prime 3, they said it's coming, and then they're like, oh, we're redoing it. Sorry.
Actually, no. Metroid Prime 4 and Bayonetta 3 both have the same thing. They gave us a teaser, showed us what the logo looked like, and they just said, our planet needs us. It took off.
Damn right. Yo, Bayonetta 3 is not coming out for just the Switch. Like, here's my take on that. Somehow, okay, Platinum's like you know, exclusivity to Nintendo is gonna like expire, or someone's gonna buy them out of that situation. Sony is probably gonna buy them out of that situation.
And said, "Come right this way, Platinum."
And then Platinum is gonna make Bayonetta 3. Somehow, God, what was the game that got canceled? That's gonna ramp up again, and they're gonna call it under a new name. That like Dinosaur Hunter like Platinum game.
Okay, I don't know about that one. That one is news to me. But anyways, game that's getting canceled. I guess I could see. Dragoncade or Dragon Scale. Scale. Oh my god, that was Platinum.
Yeah, Scale.
Yeah, that was gonna be on the Xbox One as a launch title or something like that.
Yeah.
Oof.
So Scalebound is also going to get its like
oh my god, dude!
Like taken away by Sony, and then Scalebound is going to come out under a new name as a better video game.
So Sony's really about to collect the Infinity Stones of lost IPs, huh?
Yeah.
Soon
Sony is gonna like.
Yo, they about to make No Man's Sky too, huh?
They're gonna do what Microsoft has been doing. They're gonna start buying up companies. Like it's gonna start small, but they're gonna start like buying up companies and IPs and stuff, so that we can.
This sounds like a nuclear hot take right here.
Yeah, it is.
I'm about to say, I'm not even gonna say you heard it here first. I'm gonna just say, I did not authorize that. As Adam Malkovich's superior, I did not authorize him making that hot take, but that's where we at with it right now.
Let me get to the craziest part of the take. All right, so the untested corona vaccine is going to cause a effect that the government won't tell us about right away, but some people are gonna start getting some abilities, some very weird abilities, some maybe superhuman abilities from these things, and it's a wrap. Compound B is gonna be created.
Ladies and gentlemen, co-video games are a go. Anyways, thank you for coming out to the Clout.WAV podcast, part of the Clout.exe suite of products, coming to a PC near you, preferably right in front of you, or the one next to you. Either way, doesn't matter. We were glad you were here to hear the deal, because you already know the spiel. We'll see you next time.